Welcome to our next March 15 in Conversations. I'm thrilled to be here today in the presence of Videriksen. How did I do with the pronunciation or butchering of your last name?
I think you did brilliant.
I did brilliant. That's a beginning. That's a good beginning of the conversation. A co-founder and a CEO of a brilliant organization called Decide Act, an AI darling right now and in Europe and taking Canada by storm. So privileged to be here with you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for allowing me to come in, and a privilege to speak to you today.
Thank you. So most of our clients are talking right now about either transformation or the need of transformation. So the change is a big constant one. And it feels to me like now is more than ever that people within the organization needs to have real clarity on how the initiatives are progressing and how are the people doing against the strategic priorities. What's your take on it?
Well, the fact is that if there's no clear line of sight, there will be no alignment. So, and I think most leaders have experienced that over time, that if they are not very focusing on getting things happening, then the strategy will not happen. They will be able to communicate the bigger priorities, but then we can quote Einstein, which says, until something moves, nothing happens, right? And that's what strategy is about. That is not only to have a plan, that is to make it happen.
But most of our clients have well-defined strategy, and then they have quarterly meetings in which they measure against and then celebrate progress against the strategies. But when it comes to preparation from the strategic quarterly reviews, they either scramble or spend tons of time trying to find normal data so that they can talk about the real progress. Some of them even fantasize the progress in order to come up with some viable stories. Do you see that happening? How do you see it happening?
I think it's a well-known fact that for, I think any sincere leader would accept the fact that 3 out of 4 strategies, they fail to reach their goals or never implemented. That's documented in a number of surveys. We also know from Bright Line Initiatives and the Global Project Management Institute that about $3 million is wasted every minute in strategies that fail. That's about 2 trillion billion, I guess, in dollars in a year. So that's a lot of money. So the fact is that we need to focus on how can we engage the entire organization on one hand. The other part is that we have learned if you deploy the same rigid governance around your strategy as you do around your finances, then it will happen. And speaking about finances, what is it that really works? It is that it's transparent, it's quantifiable, and it's measurable. If you can deploy the same thing around your strategy, then the likelihood of succeeding executing it's much higher.